Hiya, I'm Shoshana, Dr. Shoshana Garfield. The video I just recorded was about intellectual arrogance, and selective stupidity, and lack of humility, generally speaking, on the parts of people who are generally considered themselves mental health professionals and body professionals like doctors. This one is more for people who are already in the field of feeling and healing, who are already feeling the energies of what they're working with, and yet are also stuck with the same kinds of things that these professionals that are often poo-pooed are also doing. And here's the thing. Again, there's something called the etic position, ETIC, talked about by Robert Anton Wilson in quantum psychology. It was a real revelation to me when I was reading it. I was like, yes, this is the wording I've been looking for, the nomenclature I've been needing to think about why I've been so separate from so many of my colleagues. I started working in this field with EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, and it just was such an amazing transformation in my world. But I didn't stop there. I went on to look at TFT, thought field therapy, TAT, which is tap acupressure technique, Ho'oponopono with Hugh Len. I've looked at psychoanalytic energy psychology with Phil Mullen, a way of synthesizing them all, neurolinguistic programming, and so many others. I know I'm forgetting some because I just do so much of this stuff. I think I wrote them all out one day, and there's like 8 different modalities that I use, generally speaking. And I'm always aware that, I wonder what the next thing is going to be. And that's the point. EFT is not the answer. TAT is not the answer. Any one thing is not going to be the answer. The Association of Comprehensive Energy Psychologies, ACEP, is aware of this, really robust body in the United States. And where they come from is like, wow, all these different things have so much to offer. What happens if we pull them together and we can really learn from all these different things? Oh, by the way, emo trance as well, another thing. So what happens when we pull them all together and really pick out different ways to approach problems? It's a bit like having a great big ring of keys. And if one key doesn't work, well, then try another key and try another key and try another key, knowing that you can get through the door. So you don't ever have to say, the client is too much, the client is overwhelming. It's more like, maybe I just haven't got the skill set yet to deal with what that client is bringing. And maybe that means buffing up on psychoanalysis or psychoanalytical insights. Maybe that means buffing up on counseling skills. Maybe that means learning more modalities. From the etic position, the thing is that you don't know. You just don't know. Is there a God? I don't know. Are there angels? I don't know. Are there demons? I don't know. Fairies? Gnomes? Haven't a clue. Elementals? Dunno. I know that people have come to me with these and more. Aliens even. Alien implants. Everything. The lot. I don't know. I can't prove it or disprove it. And neither can you. And that's the point. We're used to bunging them in our belief categories. So if you're watching this, you've got beliefs on these things. You either believe in God or you don't, or you're not sure. You believe in demons or you don't, or you're creepily not sure. You fairies, elementals, the lot. Aliens, don't know. We certainly see a lot more movies about them lately. The thing is, we don't know. We just don't know. You got to be humble about it. Well, you don't have to be. You can choose to be stupid about it if you want to. You can choose to make judgments based on nothing but your own emotional need to create false safety where none is warranted. But of course, there are other options that are much better for you and much better for your clients. There are ways for you to come to this. Like, right, I don't know. What if I just work off with all this as a way of thinking about it as metaphor, for instance? Or what if I'm open to learning new things that'll help me tackle this from different areas, different angles, help me be able to just get the right kind of handle on it or the right way in that's just going to work for this client this time. So with TAT, for instance, I didn't use it for years after I learned it with any client. Suddenly, had a client, it's the only thing that works for him. If I hadn't bothered to learn TAT, I wouldn't have been able to help that client. I was so grateful I had taken the trouble to learn it. And I was so grateful I allowed it to remain in my repertoire, even though it hadn't been used with clients for many years. So I urge you, first, to understand what it is you're doing. What are the ways in which your belief systems constrict how you are with your clients? And secondly, to be open to looking at things as metaphor, that maybe this particular aspect of what the client is presenting is way out of your belief system. But you know what? You don't know. As a working hypothesis, just work with it. Thirdly, what if what you do could be augmented by learning other methods and modalities? What if a synthesis would be really valuable for yourself and your clients? So I urge you, with all my heart, to take a position of intellectual and emotional humility, to not let the selective stupidity of otherwise intelligent people who just scream things out because they can't emotionally deal with it and then don't deal with the emotional stuff that gets kicked up by the challenge. So for instance, oh, I'm an EFT person, this thought field therapy stuff, that doesn't work. Well, actually, sometimes it does. So how do you know? Well, why don't you go explore it and find out? And if you have the next greatest thing to tell me that you think is totally awesome, that you think would be really great for me to learn, get in touch because I want to know.